Hi guys, my name is Marissa and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 3 quick and easy dinner ideas. These are ingredients that most people will have on hand to make these meals, and they're also going to all be family friendly and easy to assemble. We're going to start by making some hot turkey sandwiches. On this particular day, I had made rolls from scratch, though certainly you could use any store-bought roll for this recipe. I'm going to go ahead and include the recipe that I use for my rolls. I just put them into a bread machine and allow that to make the dough for me. So I'll just dump all of these ingredients in this order into my bread machine, turn it onto the dough setting, and let it go. While our rolls are baking, I'm going to move on to assembling our gravy. I sliced half of a white onion and am sauteing that in some avocado oil. Once they've become a little bit translucent, I add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of better than bouillon seasoning, as well as some water. I just add enough water until I feel like the consistency looks right. I believe that on this particular night, I added about 3/4 of a cup of water. I then am going to just allow this to sit on my stovetop and simmer until the gravy comes together. I'm serving this with some roasted cauliflower. All I did was just take some plain cauliflower and spray it with some avocado spray and stick it in the oven with our rolls. I am using 2 full packages of just store-bought deli turkey lunch meat and putting that into our gravy to heat up the meat before assembling our sandwiches. I'm going to remove our rolls from the oven and slice all of the rolls in half. I've sliced all of our rolls. I'm just going to evenly distribute all of our lunch meat, gravy mixture, and onion onto the tops of our sandwiches. Only about half of my family likes melted cheese. One of my children can't have cheese because he has a dairy allergy. So I'm taking 4 of these 8 sandwiches and going to be putting cheese on them, and the rest will just be plain turkey sandwiches. I'm then going to put the tops on all of our sandwiches and stick them back in the oven for probably 5 minutes just to melt the cheese and to allow our cauliflower to finish cooking. Here are what your sandwiches will look like once they are completed and have been assembled. I am serving some of my family just baby carrots and the rest the cauliflower. For the month of April, I did a full month's grocery shop with just 1 trip to the store. So this is filmed at the end of the month, and we are running low on a lot of things. We also have some pantry items that I'm just trying to use up. For this recipe, I'm using 2 boxes of the rice-a-roni Mexican style rice and just cooking that according to the package directions. I do try to saute the rice in the oil for a little bit longer than it recommends, and it said on the back of the box that this was going to cook in 15 minutes. I don't know if it's because I did 2 boxes or what, but it took 40 minutes for this to cook. Next, I'm going to saute up some cabbage. I sometimes will top this with lettuce, but because I don't have any lettuce currently, I decided to add some spinach into the meat mixture. So I'm just taking some regular raw cabbage, sauteing that in avocado oil before I add our ground chicken. I am using 16 ounces of this ground chicken that I picked up at Trader Joe's, just adding it to our cabbage mixture. Finally, we're just going to assemble our dish. I'm going to take our cooked rice and put it in the bottom of a 9x13 baking dish, top it with our meat and cabbage mixture, and then use any toppings that you would use on top of tacos. On this particular night, I had some sliced onion. I'm going to add a little bit of sliced onion. Because I'm using raw onion, I'm not going to add a ton because I know that my family won't love a bunch of raw onion. I also had some salsa in the refrigerator, so I'm using half of a jar of just this organic salsa that I found at Kroger, some sliced olives, and some cheddar cheese. You'll notice that because of the family member that has a dairy allergy, I'm not putting cheese on the whole thing, but obviously if your family, all members can have cheese, you would evenly distribute that on the top of your dish. Going to finish up this dinner by covering it with aluminum foil and baking it in a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes. Because everything's cooked, you're just melting cheese. Here is what your dish will look like when it's finished. This was a huge hit with my family. We had multiple family members that went back for seconds, and they ate the entire tray. Next, I'm going to be showing you how to make homemade pizza rolls. I am using a pizza dough that I made from scratch. I have a video for this pizza dough on my channel. I'll go ahead and link it in a card above. If you do not want to make pizza dough from scratch, you could certainly use any store-bought crust. I cut my dough into 8 even sections, and now I'm just rolling it out. This doesn't have to be a perfect science. These don't have to look perfect. I just want to make sure that the dough is flat before I add our filling. You could use any pizza toppings of choice. I'm just using some marinara sauce, some mozzarella cheese, and some pepperoni because that's all that I had. But you could add sausage, you could add mushrooms, you could add vegetables. I have done these with turkey and cheddar cheese before. The sky's the limit. You could make these with eggs and sausage. I just on this particular night was making them pepperoni pizza flavored. So you want to see, I put the sauce in the middle and then I just tried to brush it out on the entire top of the dough before adding my toppings. I am then going to transfer these pizza rolls to a cookie sheet that has been sprayed with avocado oil. You can see here, I'm just rolling them out flat, squirting a little bit of sauce on the top of it, and then using a basting brush to make sure that it's evenly coated on the entire top before I add my toppings. The key here is to not overfill these. You don't want to put a ton of toppings in or they'll all spill out the side. I'm just doing maybe 4 or 5 slices of pepperoni, a little bit of cheese, and then I roll it in half and then I crease the ends so that you're making a rectangle shape with your pizza rolls. Once you've assembled all of your pizza rolls, you're going to spray the top with avocado oil and then add your seasonings. I am using some garlic powder, some onion salt, and then some Italian seasoning. I'm just going to evenly sprinkle that on the top before I bake these in a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you would like to watch an additional video that I have filmed, you can go ahead and click on the video on the left side of your screen. And if you haven't done so already, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking on my face on the right side of your screen. I hope that you are all staying happy and healthy. Bye!